Welcome to the real world, everybody. And I want y'all to know it's gonna be about relationships and life in general. So we get off of the topic. That's just how this shit go. Understand that. And I want y'all to also know this is the beginning, like I said before. So these are the beginning stages. That's why we just doing it anywhere we are. Pause. But yeah, relationships and how simple it is. But then when you think about all the men and women who make it difficult. And as matter of fact, relationships are simple, but because people make it complicated, it's affecting a lot of other stuff. You know how many people don't like each other? But it's just internet shit though. People don't know how to touch grass when they on the internet. They forget that it's not the real world. But you know what else I realized too? You gotta pay attention. For those of y'all that be on my TikTok, for those of y'all who just be on the internet in general, need y'all to understand something about the internet. When people post stuff, the only people who really like watch it or comment are the people who agree with it or the people who got the courage to stand up to the bullshit. And so I had to realize that when I was getting on here, because I would hear so many women saying bad shit about men, and then I would hear so many men saying bad shit about women, and I had to realize, oh, this is not everybody. It's a lot of men that talk bad about women, but I realized that wasn't me. So I'm like, yeah, we not all the same. We having the wrong conversations. And the same thing with them though. All of the women, I'm hearing all of these women saying the same shit about men, but I'm like, oh, okay. When a woman posts something bad about men, all of the women who agree with that or are going through that shit, they're gonna agree in the comments. So it's gonna look like everybody really thinking this way, but that's not the case. It's not even a fraction of the percentage of people in the world. It just lets you know. You just gotta, understand what's really happening. And what I realize is that when people come up with their ideas of who the problem for relationships or who's not good for dating, it's always based off of somebody they like that didn't like them back. And that's the part that's annoying, when the whole men versus women thing. They don't, then you see the videos too, which is weird. I seen this girl I was about to post earlier, and it's a comment that I still gotta find it. She was like, when he thinks I'm faithful, he thinks I never cheat, but I do, or some shit. And I'm like, that's just weird. Like what's the point? You wasting your life for what? Wasting this dude's life for what? But people out here, they really just telling on themselves, and I'm trying to figure out like what's going on, man. But I realize that everybody's a contradiction, because you got some people that's complaining, and then you got the other people who bragging about being the type of people that somebody might complain about. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that lady who like, yeah, he think I'm faithful, but I cheat all the time. It's men out here complaining that women cheat. They'll see a video like that and see like, yep, I told you, we was right, but they not right though. And you can't look at other people and generalize based off of that shit, especially if you think you a good person yourself. So yeah, I just want to know, I don't think I got any of those people following me. I think the people who follow me are probably people who think like me, which makes sense. So yeah, I feel like we can move past that. On this page, like on TikTok, I'm gonna call people out still always, even on here sometimes. But for the most part, we want to get past that and try to do the next thing. Stop trying to point the finger and, blame each other. But the reason why people can't take it further than that is because they don't have the answers. And you could tell by the way they coming up with the bullshit they come up with. Oh, we gotta date the other race. In a racist world, they be saying dumb shit like that. You gonna really date the other race? You gonna convince us that they can be individuals even though they known to be right? Okay, whatever. People just be saying anything, man. They don't have the answers for real, which is why nobody can take this like a step further. And so now I realize like maybe that's for me to do that. Maybe people like me are supposed to do that. I know how you can actually be happy and try to, find the right person instead of focusing on the people in the past, or instead of generalizing people. But I don't think those people want to be happy. They want people to know how they feel. Shit, it is what it is. I could tell y'all some shit that happened to me. Yo, what up? What up? I could say some shit that happened to me, and basically it'll make you think like, damn, I could easily be like the rest of these motherfuckers saying everybody the same, generalizing. Because when I tell you women are just as dirty as men, and you gotta be a man to know that, because you date women. But they say the same thing. You hear women complaining, but then you hear men like, oh, these girls in this new generation, you don't hear them complaining about us too? It goes both ways. But we gotta stop blaming people gender or skin color for they fucking fucked up mentality. That's the reason why they get away with it. All men are the same. I'm nothing like these cheating motherfuckers. But now what? Now this cheating dude don't gotta take accountability. He can keep cheating. And people can keep choosing cheaters because, well, they all cheat. Okay, then why don't we shut up about it then? They all the same. Okay, why don't we just shut up then? Because you don't have to be with nobody. See what I'm saying? That's why this whole blaming each other, that shit is just I'm getting sick of hearing these little kids, man. But we gotta offer solutions, otherwise they gonna overpower everybody. So yeah, I think I'm on my second video of like fixing relationships, or third one or whatever. But this shit is easy, man. You just gotta have the right people doing this. This is basically my podcast before I get it set up, pretty much. But all of the podcasts that I see, they ain't talking about nothing. They're talking about the same shit. What do you think a traditional man or woman is? What do you think about women not being submissive, or men being masculine or high value, and all shit? They just saying the same shit the last motherfucker said. They don't know what they talking about. None of that shit mean nothing. Everybody's still getting played. You see what happened? Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. So being a baddie don't mean nothing. We finna talk about it all right now. I'm in the mood. I feel good. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, man. What does that mean? Your looks don't mean nothing. That's what it mean, right? But also, because we talking about relationships, this is perfect. It's gonna be tough when they start seeing stuff like this. Yeah, hell yeah, we gonna talk about that too, that high value bullshit. But I hate, like, the celebrity stuff is gonna be crazy because I make music myself, and I know they're gonna be mad, but you can't do dumb shit. I'ma always call out negativity. I'm sorry if you gotta be used, for example, Jay-Z. If you ever see this one day, hey, this is what it is. This is nothing personal. We just gotta use examples of what not to be and what not to do. And I'm sure he regretted. She made a whole song about it, album, whatever. Like I said, what is really going on in people's minds with relationships when it comes to cheating? Like, this is some middle school shit. This is something that even a middle schooler know is wrong. Everybody know what's wrong in the world. They just do it anyways because they think it benefits them. It's worth it. It's worth hurting you. They don't care. But I hate how people try to act like, oh, we only humans. We make mistakes. No, we don't. We make choices. Let's keep it real. You just say, let me read it. You say, as a man, you can have all the money in the world and clothes. Oh yeah, you still get cheated on. Yeah, let me tell a story since we ain't talking about that. This has to do with relationships too. I tell a story all the time on my TikTok. It was a lady, worked at a job that I worked at. She didn't have to work there because her husband made a lot of money. She had the newest car. When a new one came out, she replaced it and got that one. That's the type of money they had. She had a big house, a pool in the backyard, and everything. But she was cheating on that dude with a guy who worked in the kitchen that didn't do nothing for her. And that guy had a wife too. So what does that tell you? Nothing can save you, man. Because once people, like a lot of people, especially, well, women, let me just be real. A lot of women are trained to think that men are supposed to do shit for them. So they rely on that. And that's why they will fuck up their relationships or not entertain one, because they think you're supposed to pay for everything. And if you can't, you're not really an option, which is okay. The point that I'm making is once people finally get used to having money, they realize money don't make you happy. It just make it easier. It make your life easier because we have to pay to live and we're not supposed to. But the thing is, once you get used to having money, that's your life now. Now you get back to having your regular life. You're not impressed with the money now, and it's like, how do you feel with the money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, once you bought everything you need to buy, once you can do everything you need to do, now what? How do you feel about your connections with people? Because that's what really matters. And so, yeah, and that's what happened with the girl. You know, she started a family with this man because he was making good money, and he did everything women say you're supposed to do. But then now that you finally used to that life, that money don't mean nothing. You want to work to get away from him. You don't even want to work, but you willing to work to get away from him. Hated the job, but just to get away from him. See what I'm saying? And then you cheating on him with a dude who don't do nothing for you. This is an older woman too, so it lets you know. They got that young mentality. Yeah, they want you to be rich, and they think money. And they really just want a better life. That's what everybody is doing. So women got their own way of doing things just like men do. A lot of women might be gold diggers, but a lot of men might unalive you for what you got, might try to rob you, steal from you. That's what people do, man, in this world, because everybody want to be successful, and they think that, you know, when you don't believe in yourself, you willing to try to take from people or manipulate people. That's just what it is. But yeah, man, relationships 101. One thing you can't do though, if you want to be happy, well, you got to remember what you wanted before you started. That's what a lot of people say. I be trying to tell them, you lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself. You can act like you done with relationships, or you don't want to be happy, or I'm gonna date the other race now. You know what? You know what's crazy? When I was younger and I dated outside my race, yeah, I wasn't thinking about it like how people are now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not raised to be racist. You would just do some shit. I was just doing shit as a young person. I wasn't thinking about, oh, she white, let me date her. She Hispanic, let me date her. That I never in my life thought that shit. Because I dated everybody. I had a black girlfriend too. Matter of fact, that was more of my serious relationships with a black girl. But the thing is, though, it's just when you hear somebody say, well, the other race treat us better, you never dated them before if you say that shit. Do I understand how some people, yup, I do, because I did it myself. I used to judge people too. I used to think that women like bad men. I used to judge people, but the thing is, once you get comfortable with somebody, that's what fuck up everything. And that's why you can't let somebody do you wrong the first time. Because once you get comfortable being there, that's what keep you there. It ain't that you be like stuck on this person. And it took me to go through that to realize it. I'm like, why so hard for people to leave? Like, y'all just be doing dumb shit. But then I was in that situation myself. And I can tell you right now, those people check out mentally. They done mentally, but it just feel bad leaving because you probably live with that person, or you've been so used to being around that person that it just feel, you know, that becomes your life. See what I'm saying? That shit become normal. It become normal to be around this person. Ain't that make it bad? You know how they say relate, then they switch up. That's how they get you. Because you like, all of those times was perfect. It was great. And now you used to this person. You comfortable with them. And once this over, yeah, it's going to take a while to leave. And for me, I ain't even going to act like it took a while to leave. It was really just about like getting myself in the right position financially. But then again, it's like mentally too, like getting unused to being around this person. But for real, people stay around. The worst part is it's even worse for women. Because they can get pregnant. People be done, or they in fucked up relationships, but they keep sleeping with their partner. Somebody gonna get pregnant and be fucked up. Somebody gonna have a baby, and then now you gonna have this connection with this person forever, which is fucked up. I'm so glad I ain't had no connections like that with people in my past, because they was no good. And that's like, I would have been another dude that's just a baby daddy and shit, because I'm not finna be with no girl who ain't on shit. If you dirty, if you cheat, that's the only way I'm never gonna get with a girl I don't wanna be with. So the only way I'ma not wanna be with her is if she don't wanna be with me no more, or if she do some dirty shit that I wouldn't forgive. Something that I know I wouldn't do. That's just how it is. And so I'm thankful that none of the girls in my past ever got pregnant by me, because that shit would have never been real on their end. You gotta be real with yourself, man. You can't, when you start a relationship, you can't settle or let somebody settle for you. And that's pretty much like what it is. I think a lot of people only do it one-sided. So it's like, I can't believe they treat me wrong and they don't like me and blah, blah, blah. But you like them though. Why are you thinking about it like it's so complicated? See what I'm saying? That's all it is. When you hear people complaining, you like somebody more than they like you. And then you try to justify what happened by, well, it's because they a woman, it's because they men, it's because they black, it's because they white or whatever. I seen this girl earlier say, yo, it's Hispanic man, they all the same too. But people need to find a reason to justify why they get treated the way they do. For me, I don't give a fuck. I just know you got me fucked up. I honestly never care when somebody, like, about why somebody did what they did. That shit don't even matter to me. I'm not finna ever dwell on that shit. And all of the negative energy I have for that happening to me is gonna go to that motherfucker who did it. For real. And that's why I really just cut somebody off, because I'm not even the type of person that you would make me when you do something like that. Right? I seen myself doing that before. calling the person out of their name and shit, saying shit I never said before. But it applied though, so to fit, like that's just how you know what type of person I am. I felt bad about calling people what, you know, what they carry themselves like. It is what it is. But basically, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know I was being brought out of my character. What caused this? I was thinking about all that shit. Cause that's just how I am. I be thinking about everything. What caused me to, I'm like, it's this person. You doing shit that make me feel the type of way that just make me disgusted by you. So I'm gonna say some shit that I don't even say normally. And that's why I just gotta let me get away from this motherfucker, for real. You gotta be real with yourself, man. People end up fighting. I got a cousin who lost his life trying to, you know, because he was planning to get away. She seen those text messages, stabbed him in his sleep, and then took his money, and she still got away with it too, like, because where we was living. So that's like, it's a decent amount of black people, but it's a racist place though, still. So shit that happened to black people, the motherfuckers getting away with it. They ain't getting no real, like, time, no real crime, punishment or whatever. But yeah, man. Same type of shit be happening. Those relationships where people be putting their hands on you, like arguing and fighting, calling you out of your name, trying to belittle you and shit with disrespect, using whatever shit you tell them against you. These people be crazy, man. It's a lot of different red flags. People just got to know how to watch out for that shit. All the red flags in the world, for real. You can't like somebody so much that you just let them get it past. Hell no. I've been learning how to get over that shit. But basically what helped me was just being real with myself. So you just knowing a motherfucker did some dirty shit, I'm like, every time I look at you, I'm thinking about, yeah, you did it, huh? Oh yeah, bet. Even if I'm around you, I just know the only way I can do this is because I don't care about your ass no more. And that's just what it is. Yeah, man. But I was mentioning to talk about the high value man because you commented about that. That shit ain't, man, they talk about high value. Well, you ask yourself what's the action behind value. Well, you got to figure out what it is first. Say high value man. Okay, what makes him high value then? It got to be what you value in this man. And they be talking about money. He high value because he got money. You mean he a high earner? Just say the real thing. Act like this motherfucker better than people because he got money. That shit don't mean nothing. Because I tell you right now, I'm starting to make decent money. I ain't gonna say a lot. I can tell I'm starting to make decent money. It's only gonna get better depending on how consistent I am. But the thing is this though, who I am right now is gonna still be the same person I am when I get money. That shit ain't gonna make me nobody different. And if people try to look at me like I'm different, that shit is gonna make me uncomfortable. I'm the type of person that'll call that shit out. Some people will take that shit in as fake confidence, knowing damn well that ain't who you really are. Knowing damn well that ain't how people really feel about you. You feel a way about the money and the success. That shit don't mean nothing. That's just what comes with it. Let's be real, man. The realest people in the world is who they are before the money come. Right? When you get money, that just make you 2 times the person you already was. Make it easier for you to be yourself. That's all it is. And that's why they try to act like people with money better, for real. That's why they say, well, when you broke, it's cheating. But when you got money, it's exploring options. You sound like a fucking dumbass. Get your stupid ass up. You ain't got time for dumb shit over here. It was this one dude trying to gatekeep cheating. Because he obviously a cheater, right? He was like, well, cheating is not really bad. He said, cheating is not really bad. It's just that broke man shouldn't cheat, or women that's emotional. Like what? You tell women that's not emotional, they should be the ones that don't cheat. Yeah, they emotional, so they attune their feelings. They not gonna cheat any fucking way. Motherfucker, stupid as hell. And then he gonna say, basically, the people who's sensitive, men who don't have no money. So when you telling me when you got money, you can pay for wrong to be right? Yeah, you can in this world. Let's not act like that ain't how the world works. Rich people get away with stuff because they money. You can pay for wrong to be right. And so a lot of people say, well, if you got money, well, you should be able to cheat. It's exploring options. But you know what? You know who they do that to though? Who will work on? Women that don't got their own money. A woman gotta be broke. What do you say in society? If you don't make more than 100K, you broke. No, that's in America. Yeah, I was just posting a video about that. But the only women who are pressed with money like that are women, like women who don't have it themselves, and not all of them are like that either. Because a lot of women don't have money for themselves, but they still got self-respect. They want money, but they don't want it that fucking bad to where you can just have your way with them. But yeah, it's a lot of people that think like that. You know, we call them gold diggers because you ain't worth 100K. Like I said before, I got 3 careers. I got 3 jobs. 2 of them I work for myself, 1 for somebody else. One of the jobs where I work for myself, it just started paying me. I made more in that job. I ain't gonna say like in all the years that I've been working, but I'm talking about in a time frame. Like say you get paid every week or every 2 weeks. I made more in one day in like 2 minutes than I did in 3 weeks at a job before, which is crazy. So that's the thing. I already know where my life is headed. And any of y'all that's following me, as long as y'all keep following me, y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, my subscribers at like 1,600. Watching like a year or two where my shit is at. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. And watch how all of a sudden people might consider me high value. Or I'm not a brokey no more. That shit don't mean nothing. Like, you know what I say? And it's not just them, but a lot of people lose their self-respect when they don't have money. So it's like when they think you on their level, you gotta talk to them like a regular person. Ain't no just doing whatever you want to do. But imagine why that girl just cheated on her man on stage at that concert. I'm sure everybody's seen it because it went super viral, right? Why did she throw herself at that stranger? And I guarantee you when she met her boyfriend, she didn't throw herself at him. Ask yourself that. When she met her man, that was on her level, that she thought was on her level, did she throw herself like she did on stage, making out with him and all that shit? Hell no. She would have been turned off. Because people got more self-respect when they feel like you on their level. But you notice how they be crying for celebrities and shit, screaming and all, passing out, all type of shit, throwing themselves at these motherfuckers sexually and everything. That's because they think they're on a higher level than you. That's the only reason you would treat somebody like that. Like me personally, and it's probably because I make music, but I don't glorify celebrities. And people ask me, well, who your celebrity crush? Hell yeah, they like, who your celebrity crush? I'm grown as hell, I ain't got no fucking celebrity crush. I've been with girls that look better than most celebrities. That shit don't mean nothing. They just got money and they just look like they something special because you never see them, you know? You don't ever get to see them, but you see them on TV everywhere, on magazines and shit and movies. But in reality, man, a lot of them people be wearing makeup. I literally dated women before that look better than some of the women that's glorified every day. That shit don't really mean nothing. But people really be worshiping them, and I'm like, why though? What is it that they have that'll make you worship them? It's the money and the fame. People who want attention, they will glorify somebody who got attention. People who desperate for money, they will glorify people who got money. They listen to people when they got money. That's why the most ignorant motherfuckers will give advice and people will listen as long as they got bread. That's the craziest thing in the world. Like, oh damn. Right? Kim Kardashian, why you think she made it big the way she did? What did you do? Not hating at all. I'm just saying, when you look a certain way, when you got a certain amount of money, you can just, people just treat you different. And that's why you hear people say, fake it till you make it. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. And I'm gonna explain that later. I'm gonna read some of these comments. I told this girl she looked better than 90% celebrities. Yeah, that's crazy. Cause man, I done seen the shit. Cause sometimes the celebrities will go live without their makeup, and you'll be like, oh damn. Right? Especially my girl. I'll be looking at my girl like, wow, like she looks so good. That's crazy. And it ain't nobody that I would compare her to, but it's also, when you real like me, the looks is only one thing. Like, I wouldn't be with my girl just for her looks. That's not enough for me. You still gotta have everything else as far as like the personality, how you treat people, how you treat me, your intentions, all that shit. So me being attracted to my girl and thinking she look better than everybody else, that's because it's about attraction, but also who they are on the inside too. That combination make my girl look better than anybody else in the world to me. I would never look at anybody the same. Hell yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad you caught the live shit, because I'm trying to get all of my people over here for real, man, because I'm improving in life and I'm trying to get everybody to improve with me. I got the answers to this shit. Most people out there, they trying to play games and they want you to stay in your misery. That's why they might tell you that women are the problem or men are the problem. No, they want you to be miserable. They trying to get likes and views. They don't even know. People don't even know they getting paid off of this shit. And I finally realized, damn, a lot of them people don't even believe what they say. Who was that one girl? Cam Newton got a baby with her on the way. She was like, y'all gotta stop being pick-me's and y'all doing this for these men and doing it. And then they found out that she was packing this dude bags, ironing his clothes and doing all this extra stuff and being okay with a side chicken. Yeah, people just be fake. That's why I say, look, people be pandering. When they telling you the easiest route, the easiest answer, that's how you know these motherfuckers don't know what they talking about. Well, it's because men are the problem. It's because women. It's because they're black. It's because they do this. If you want somebody to treat you, nope, that ain't how it works. You can never manipulate somebody into treating you right. They either gonna do it or they don't. And I know this because, like I say, my relationship, how I treat my girl is how I always wanted to treat a woman. It's that simple. You don't need nobody to say, I need you to do this, buy me flowers and buy. Nah, man. And that's what another thing I want to say. A lot of women got to stop doing that. Because a lot of times all we have as men is our desire to surprise a woman. A lot of the times we be on our way to go get the flowers and they telling you to buy them. It's like, well, now what's the point? It's a turn off. It went from, oh, you shouldn't have to, well, that's the only way you would have had a chance, motherfucker. God damn. Ain't it crazy? Ain't no more, oh, you shouldn't have, nigga, you better. Cause the other dude hit my line, my cash app with $100. What you doing to get my attention to talk to me? Who the fuck y'all think y'all are? What the hell? No, thank you. I'm not into prostitution. Have y'all heard of that Shira girl, Shira 7? I'm like, these girls funny as hell because they really listen to her. Like, we really needed her. She's the voice of the future. I be hearing the stuff that the young girls saying. I'm like, man, I feel bad for them. Cause she really just teaching them how to be prostitutes. There's no way you should be hanging out with a man and he should be paying for your time. Do you know what you're saying right now? You better stop telling the government out loud what you're doing, right? Because I tell you one thing, a lot of men don't like paying for prostitutes. We don't like that shit. But if you gonna pay, you're not finna make that motherfucker your girlfriend. But that's how they talking though. I'm like, it's one thing if you trying to convince these women to just get the money, right? But you trying to convince them to get married. Like, come on, who finna marry a prostitute type woman? Nobody. She got her hand out when you meet her. Oh, this a prostitute. But she talking about getting a wedding ring? Come on, man. We got to start being real with ourselves. That's why I be mad at the gold diggers. Because I'm not even mad that they gold diggers because people cater to those type of women. What I'm mad about is how fake motherfuckers be. Don't try to rob the bank and then hang out and make a fucking pallet and lay down, pitch a tent. See what I'm saying? Like, instead of, look, you can rob the bank. If you treat men like they only worth money and you can finally get one when they rich, just be happy that you got a rich man. That's all you wanted. But some of them be like, that's all they offer is their money. There's no emotional connection. You don't deserve that. You thought that money came before the man, so he put you in your place. You can have the money, but you can't have me. Since you offer nothing that anybody else offered, I'm going to share with the rest of the women who all wanted me at the same time too, coincidentally. That's just a cycle. And only the real women gonna win. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. How did that happen? You think she waited till him to become the president? He would have never knew her. Yeah, man. You know what else? People gonna be mad at this too. I seen that story. And obviously that's a thing. But how many times have we heard this? Even when the brick lady, that's a fake story. But people thought it was real. It could have easily been real. Her shit was looking like Roger from Family Guy. I'm sorry, but I just had to do it. But think about it though. The world we live in, man. That's why when I see people complaining, I'm like, why do we keep acting like we don't live in the world we live in? Now look at why it's so scary. Because this lady just lost her life. And her twin sister got to live with this memory. How many people you think gonna learn from this? That you can't help what somebody else is gonna do in this world. How many people gonna learn though? We still walking around here in public. We still going to places where we kicking it and trying to be in people's faces and shit. And that's why when people think it's a problem to be in a relationship, man, even though you can't guarantee nothing through that, you can go through the same bullshit. It's better to just take your chances with a family, man. It's better to just stay out of the way of other humans. Just be around your family and your real friends because it's just too much bullshit happening. we way too comfortable like being around each other with all the history of us, you know, showing that we can't trust each other. So people losing their life and shit. You can't go to Walmart, that motherfucker might get shot up. Think about the fact, like I was just at Walmart. What makes, like, why am I special that it ain't gonna happen to the one I walk in? It's random as hell. Like, think about that shit. People really lost their life. They not alive no more, and it don't really matter to them. They don't feel or think about nothing, which is the good thing. But imagine though, like you not alive no more because you went to Walmart. Why come it's never the one we go to? How come it ain't the school that our kids go to? How come that girl wasn't somebody we knew? But we all get our turn though, which is, you know, which is why it is what it is. We all gonna get our turn. But how come it's so random like that? And that's why I be looking at the dogs like, yeah, I finally realized why dogs bark at everybody. Why they don't trust nobody. They'll bark at your mama, they'll bark at your daddy, they'll bark at your kids, your girlfriend, anybody. And because all of these same people will stab you. All of these same people will shoot you. More than often than not, when that's happening in this world, it is those people. So the dogs know what we know, what we should know. So they reacting the same. That's why they gonna bark. The motherfuckers barking, then they gonna sniff and smell you just to get your energy and your vibe to see what this motherfucker on for. You gotta pay attention. But for us, we'll go to the club. The clubs get shot up. We'll go to Walmart. The Walmarts get shot up. Sending kids to school. The schools get shot up. Sending kids to churches. They touching on the kids in church. Sending kids to school. They touching on the kids at school. The schools getting shot up. Think about, like, why do we trust each other so much when history shows that this is a bad thing to do? Animals see us, what they do. They run away. Yeah, I know you motherfuckers better than you know yourself. We in one big ass group. All times. Some people can't walk around without being a big ass group. I'm glad I always been solo. Never knew why. Deep down, we know who each other is, and we just keep doing stuff. I hear people say, I can't walk outside. It's a shame that we can't walk outside and feel safe. No, it's a shame that we know we live in the world that we do and nobody trying to make it better. Nobody is offering any solutions. We just gonna wait till shit happen. Like the stabbing you talking about, when I seen somebody reporting on it, they wasn't talking about how sad the world is. They was just talking about, look, see what men do? They got I got a cousin who just got stabbed to death by a woman. You see what world we live in though? People act like they really got the answers to this shit. I got a little brother who died because of a woman. But people just talk though. You see how scary men are? The world we live in? Look at the prisons all around the world, men and women of all races. But they will report on the news and they will have you believing with their generalizations and shit that everybody is all the same. It gotta be the black people. It gotta be the black people. It gotta be the men. And I be posting like, nah, I'm gonna tell the truth, right? I look at the prisons and everybody is doing the same crime. Why are they doing it? It don't have nothing to do with their skin color or their gender. It's a mentality, and nobody is addressing that. And when they do, they say, oh, it's just mental health issues. That's the only thing a motherfucker can say. Go to therapy. That shit don't do nothing. The therapist need to go to fucking therapy. Let's keep it real. Send her to me, because I can help her. If she got the information I got, then maybe she can actually make a difference. But it's about making money for those people. And I'm finna make a video about that. Therapy is bullshit. But yeah, I'm finna head in the crib. You know, that was my daily 30 minutes. I might go back live because I'm done with work for the week. And I'm working for myself for the rest of the week. So yeah, I might be back on for sure. Clock back in. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality. Hell yeah. I'll be back on later though, for real. I appreciate y'all in the comments giving me something to bounce back off of, you know, because I'm freestyling this shit for real. But yeah, subscribe though. I'll be back later. We finna make this shit grow for real. By the end of the year, let's try to get to 10,000 subscribers. Share all of these lives if y'all can though. But I'll be back. Peace out.